Welcome in, everyone. Today's deep dive, it's going to be a good one. We're going to be exploring the life and legacy of Kobe Bryant.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And we're going to be using an excerpt from a biography called The Black Mamba, a symphony of greatness, controversy, and unbreakable spirit.
That sounds pretty intense.
It is. There are some pretty incredible lessons in there that apply to anyone who's striving for greatness.
Yeah.
In any field.
Okay, yeah.
When most people hear Kobe Bryant, they think of, well,
Basketball championships.
championships.
Fadeaway jumpers.
Incredible fadeaway jumping.
Incredible athleticism. Yeah.
Right. But this book, it digs deeper into what fueled all of that.
Okay.
All that drive.
Yeah, so where does it all begin?
Well, it starts with his childhood,
Okay.
growing up immersed in basketball.
Oh, so it's like in the family.
Yeah, thanks to his dad's professional career.
Oh, wow.
But it wasn't just about playing, you know?
Right.
The book describes a young Kobe who was almost obsessed with pushing his limits, even as a kid.
Really?
Yeah. The author describes him declaring war on mediocrity.
Wow, that's intense.
It is.
For a kid.
Yeah, and that intensity, it led him to make a decision that most 17-year-olds wouldn't even dream of.
Let me guess.
Skipping college and going straight to the NBA.
Wow, yeah. That's, I can't even imagine.
I know. What were you doing at 17?
Definitely not facing off against seasoned NBA pros.
Right. And the source highlights how many people doubted him.
Yeah.
They thought he was too young, too inexperienced.
Makes sense.
But that fueled him.
Oh, so he kind of thrived on proving people wrong.
It seems like that was a recurring theme in his story.
Really?
It brings us to the Black Mamba persona.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Where does that nickname even come from?
And what does it even represent?
Yeah.
Well, Kobe actually adopted that nickname himself.
Really?
Yeah, inspired by the deadly snake known for its precision and agility. It was all about shedding his old skin, embracing this fierce, focused alter ego on the court.
It's fascinating how he consciously crafted that image. It is.
But his journey wasn't always smooth sailing, though, was it?
You're right. There were definitely some serious controversies along the way.
Okay.
The book addresses the 2003 sexual assault allegation,
Oh, right.
which was a major turning point in his career and public image.
Yeah, definitely.
And while we won't get into the graphic details here,
Right.
it's crucial to understand how this event, along with his sometimes volatile relationships with teammates, particularly Shaq,
Yeah.
shaped his path.
Mm-hmm.
The biography suggests that Kobe actually used those difficult experiences as fuel.
Interesting.
Yeah, he had this uncanny ability to turn negativity into motivation.
So we're like into a drive to prove himself, to rise above all the criticism.
Exactly. Which brings us to what might be his most enduring legacy, the Mamba Mentality.
That's a good one.
It's become a global phenomenon.
What does it actually mean, though?
Yeah.
Is it more than just a catchy phrase?
It is. It's a philosophy built on relentless dedication, pushing your boundaries, and never settling.
So like those legendary 4 a.m. workouts?
Right.
That wasn't just for show.
No, it was about outworking everyone, turning training into what the book describes as a spiritual practice.
Wow, a spiritual practice.
Yeah, there's this quote in the book that really struck me.
Okay.
I can't relate to lazy people.
Oh, well.
Kobe said, we don't speak the same language. I don't understand you. I don't want to understand you.
That's intense.
It is. It reveals how deeply ingrained this mindset was for him.
Yeah, it does. It really does get to the core of what drove him. And it's interesting how this Mamba mentality wasn't just about physical training.
Yeah.
It was a mindset, you know?
Totally, a way of approaching life with that same level of intensity and dedication.
Exactly. And the book provides some tangible examples of how Kobe applied this mentality.
Oh, like what?
Take his response to the feud with Shaq.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of letting it derail him, you know?
Yeah, right.
He used it as fuel to refine his game.
To prove those doubters wrong.
To prove his doubters wrong, exactly.
It's like he turned that negativity into a springboard almost.
Yeah.
Which makes me think about how the source describes his view on training.
Okay.
It wasn't just about putting in the hours.
Right.
It was about constantly seeking ways to improve.
To innovate.
To innovate. He even studied the footwork of ballerinas.
Whoa.
To enhance his agility on the court.
Wow. That's thinking outside the box.
It is.
That's a great example of how he was always looking for an edge.
Always pushing the boundaries.
Always pushing those boundaries. And that's something anyone can apply to their own field.
Right.
Whether it's business, art.
Personal growth.
Personal growth, yeah.
It's
about being a student of your craft.
Always looking for ways to refine your skills.
To stay ahead of the curve.
So how can someone listening take these principles and actually apply them to their own life?
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone can wake up at 4 a.m. and hit the gym for hours.
Right, right. And that's where the idea of working smart comes in.
Okay.
It's not just about blind effort. It's about identifying your weaknesses,
Setting clear goals.
setting clear goals, finding strategies that work for you.
So maybe breaking down a large project into smaller, more manageable tasks.
Yeah. Or seeking out mentors
Oh, yeah.
who can guide you. The source emphasizes that Kobe was incredibly strategic about his training,
Interesting.
always looking for ways to maximize his efficiency.
And it's important to remember that this Mamba mentality isn't about being perfect.
No.
It's about embracing those challenges.
Learning from your mistakes.
Coming back stronger.
Absolutely. The book doesn't shy away from Kobe's failures and controversies.
Yeah, he faced his share of setbacks.
On and off the court.
On and off the court, but he never let them define him.
Right.
He used them as opportunities to learn, to grow.
And to fuel his determination.
Even further.
Mm.
That's a powerful reminder that resilience is key.
Totally.
It's not about avoiding failure.
Yeah.
It's about how you respond to it. Do you let it break you, or do you use it as fuel to propel yourself forward?
Exactly. And that's a core principle of the Mamba mentality. Cultivating that mental toughness.
That ability to bounce back from adversity.
To turn setbacks into stepping stones.
Which brings us back to that question we posed earlier. What's your basketball?
That's a good one.
What's that thing you're so passionate about that you're willing to put in the work?
To embrace the challenges.
To keep pushing even when it gets tough.
It's about finding that thing that ignites your soul.
Yeah.
That drives you to become the best version of yourself.
And once you identify that basketball,
Yeah.
the Mamba mentality provides a framework for pursuing it with relentless dedication.
And a refusal to accept anything less than your absolute best.
You know, one thing that really struck me in the biography is how Kobe's drive extended beyond his own success.
Oh, really? How so?
He was incredibly passionate about mentoring others.
Oh, wow.
Especially in the realm of women's sports.
Oh, that's awesome.
His dedication to his daughter Gianna's basketball career was truly inspiring. And he became a vocal advocate for equality and opportunity in sports.
He understood the importance of using his platform to empower others.
To lift them up and create a more inclusive environment.
Yeah, it's a beautiful reminder that the Mamba mentality isn't just about individual achievement.
It's also about using your success,
Your platform.
to make a positive impact on the world around you.
Thinking about his tragic passing,
Yeah.
the loss of such a vibrant force, it's still hard to process.
It is, but the source points out that even though Kobe is gone,
Yeah,
his spirit lives on,
it does.
embodied in the countless individuals he inspired.
It's a testament to the power of his example.
The way he lived his life with such intensity,
Gosh.
a constant pursuit of excellence,
And that's something we can all carry with us.
regardless of our field or our goals.
Exactly.
Before we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
there's one final aspect of Cody's life I want to touch on. His multifaceted personality.
Oh.
We often see him through the lens of basketball, but the source reveals a man who was also a gifted storyteller,
Oh, wow.
a successful businessman,
Really?
and a dedicated family man.
It's fascinating how those diverse interests reveal a much more nuanced individual.
This wasn't just about winning games.
Right.
It was about using his platform to explore different passions.
To make a difference in the world beyond the court.
His Oscar-winning short film,
Oh, yeah. Dear Basketball.
Dear Basketball, showcased his creative talent.
And his ability to connect with audiences on an emotional level.
And his business ventures demonstrated a strategic mind.
And a desire to build something lasting.
It's almost like he applied that same Mamba mentality to every aspect of his life,
Yeah.
constantly seeking growth and pushing his own boundaries.
It's inspiring to see how he wasn't content with just being a basketball legend.
Yeah, he wanted to explore different avenues to leave a mark on the world in a variety of ways. Wow. It's amazing how much you can learn from one person's story,
It is.
even years after they're gone. This deep dive into Kobe Bryant's life has really highlighted the power of dedication,
Resilience.
resilience, and pursuing your passions with everything you've got.
It really has been an incredibly insightful journey.
It has exploring not just his basketball career, but also his multifaceted personality and the impact he had on the world beyond the court.
Yeah. You know, as we've been discussing the Mamba mentality and Kobe's drive for constant improvement, it makes me think about the idea of a growth mindset,
Oh, yeah.
something we've talked about on the show before.
That's a great connection. The
Yeah.
parallels are definitely there.
Yeah, they both emphasize embracing challenges
Viewing setbacks as opportunities for learning.
and believing that our abilities can be developed through hard work and dedication.
It's all about that unwavering belief in our potential to grow and evolve.
Right, and that's what makes Kobe's story so inspiring.
It really is.
It's a testament to the fact that greatness isn't something you're born with.
Right.
It's something you cultivate through relentless effort, discipline, and a refusal to settle for mediocrity.
The source really drives that point home. Kobe wasn't just naturally gifted. He honed his skills through years of dedicated practice, constantly pushing himself beyond his comfort zone.
He even studied the movements of other athletes,
Oh, like who?
like Bruce Lee and Michael Jordan.
To incorporate their techniques into his own game.
Exactly.
That's such a great illustration of his commitment to continuous learning and improvement.
It is.
He wasn't afraid to seek inspiration from those unexpected sources.
Right, always looking for ways to refine his craft.
And that's something we can all apply to our own lives, regardless of our chosen field.
It's about having that curiosity,
That hunger for knowledge.
that willingness to step outside our comfort zones, to learn and grow.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to circle back to that question we've been asking throughout the episode.
Okay.
What's your basketball?
It's a question worth pondering.
It is.
Okay.
What are you willing to pour your heart and soul into, even when faced with challenges and setbacks?
What legacy do you want to leave on the world?
And remember, it doesn't have to be something grand or world-changing.
No.
It could be a hobby, a skill, a personal goal.
Anything that truly matters to you.
The important thing is that you approach it with that same Mamba mentality.
That dedication.
Our resilience.
That unwavering belief in your own potential.
Kobe Bryant's life was a powerful reminder that we all have the capacity for greatness within us.
We do.
It's up to each of us to tap into that potential.
To find our basketball.
And to pursue it with the same relentless spirit that defined the Black Mamba.
Beautifully said.
And even though he's no longer with us,
Yeah.
his legacy continues to inspire, to challenge us to strive for excellence in all that we do,
His story reminds us that life is precious.
and that we should make the most of every moment.
Pursuing our passions with intensity and purpose.
I'll leave you with a powerful closing line from the source.
Okay.
The Black Mamba might be gone, but his roar echoes eternally.
Let that roar fuel your dreams, your aspirations, and your unwavering pursuit of your own version of greatness.
Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the life and legacy of Kobe Bryant. We'll see you next time for another deep dive.